What is up? Spring here. Figured I'd give a quick overview of my setup between my HOTAS, my mouse, my keyboard, the computer, monitor, all that fun shit. It's pretty simple. It's basic shit. It's really not anything super fancy. I'm not a wealthy man, so I'm not running like top of the line kit here, but it's enough to get by, and it's enough to do what I want to, essentially. With a little jimmy rigging here and there, it's copable. So, as for the main setup, what I am running is a Thrustmaster T16000S T to whatever the hell HOTAS. It's not the cheap one necessarily. It's not that base model, but it's like right below that Warthog, like the nice full metal super elite goodness with the split throttle and all the toggles. And this one has got all the toggles on the side. You got a 4-way here, 4-way there, an 8-way here, I believe. There is an analog, got 2 buttons, got a toggle here, as well as rudder pedals. So got a lot going on the left-hand side. I keep putting my hand in front of the camera, and that's not very good. As for this guy, it's not one of those spring-loaded with the plates. It's got magnets. It's down inside that the mechanism is, and it's got a very good resistance. I mean, it's pretty stiff. It's got good feedback to it. Well, not feedback, but it's got a good feel to it. I never use this. I got the throttle setup over here for a reason. As for the mouse and keyboard, I'm running a Logitech G502. Only got one weight in there. I only really need one. I like it light because I'm more of a fingertip kind of snap aim, and I just tap around. If I got a long sweep like a sniper shot, yeah, I'll hit the DPI switch and just kind of track across this giant mouse pad, which is from Hyena Agenda. Love these people, great people, great little online store. Go look them up. They are worth every single penny. I mean, I've used and abused this thing, and it holds up. On to the keyboard. So I'm just running a Blackweb. It's cheap, but I like the switches. They feel good. They're snappy, they're quick. I like them. They're great. I think it was like $50. Nothing too special. And I love how the LEDs, they separate it in tiers, so I can just look down really quick and know, like, oh, center, top row, green is numbers, function keys in purple. I love it. And it still has the 10 key. I need a 10 key in my life. I know some people like their gaming keyboards to be cut off here and just forgo this. I like it. I love it. I want it always. The 10 key is life. Onto the monitor, I am running, yes, I'm upside down. I have to fix that. But running a Scepter. It's a 1920 by 1080p resolution screen. I actually got it from my buddy Dakota. It's 60 FPS, 60 hertz refresh rate. But Dakota also built this computer that I bought from him. It's a brilliant build. The guy is very smart. He knows what he's doing with computers. I just don't question him. This thing is great. It's a couple of years old, like four years old now. It's running an i7 at, I believe, 3.4 megahertz, gigahertz, whatever the hell. It's got a GTX 970 Superclock Edition on a Republica Gamers motherboard. I love that user interface for the BIOS. Very easy to work with. It's a great computer. I love it. It's been working very, very well, and I'm very, very happy that he was willing to sell it to me. Considering my AMD build over here crapped out on me. Experienced a couple really bad power surges one night and fried it. So I've since plugged into a surge protector to keep that from happening. That's pretty much that. I always fly with this. Everything's mapped to all the toggles and switches and what have you. So when I'm flying in KSP, my hands never leave throttle and stick. never have to really touch the keyboard or the mouse unless I'm in vehicle assembly, you know, working around in here, just working on stuff, trying to iron it out, you know, playing on the center of mass and lift and, you know, all that good shit. But vehicle assembly and the basic theory behind aircraft design, you know, that's something for another day. And this is a rather dodgy bit of work here. I was very hungover on Saturday morning, and I challenged myself to build a semi-stable jet in under an hour. And I sort of pulled it off. I did something different with front canards, but again, that's something for another video. So yeah, that's that. Pretty simple setup. You know, it's nothing too terribly fancy or expensive. Would like to eventually get a flight sim rig with the seat and the frame and the floor pedals and the platforms that move about so that this guy can just swing out of the way instead of stuffing them behind my monitor and then resetting my mouse and keyboard so I can play Siege. Yeah. Nothing too fancy, but it does the job well. It's yeah, it's good. It's all right. Can't ask for much better, really. Not unless I want to drop hundreds of more dollars per component on each piece of the setup. Eventually, I will be getting a dedicated mic, one with a stand that'll sit kind of right in front of my keyboard, you know, like here-ish, with a bit of a sound screen around it. Once I get my current computer, the Intel build, transferred from the Thor case to the Corsair case. The Corsair, I think it's a Corsair 540. One of the better air cooling cases out there, and it's a little more easy to open up and attach and detach a hard drive, because I actually use a laptop over there, a really shitty old laptop. The thing used to run Windows Vista. That's what I use to download my games. I go out to a friend's place, you know, either Dakota or Taji, or out to my parents' place and bum their internet. I just bring that laptop, and the only thing installed on it is Steam. That's it. And it's for downloading games. I rip the hard drive out, plug it into the desktop, transfer the files into Steam, into the library, verify game files. And that's how I don't burn up my 15 gigs per month in less than an hour. It's a lot of working around shit. Living out in the middle of nowhere here, not a lot of options for ISPs, and CenturyLink fucking blows. CenturyLink is the worst goddamn company I've ever had the displeasure of dealing with. I could go on for a while about them, but let's not. Yeah. So that's that. That's how I operate. That's how this happens. Boy, you see that lens flare going on right there? Boop, 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 boop. Got a straight up sun behind me. New LED lights. They're nice. Worth it. Get the 1600 lumen ones if you do upgrade to LED. They're fucking nice. It's like having a literal sun, like an open window on your ceiling. So, yeah. That's all I got for you today. That's my setup. That's what I work on. You guys take it easy. We'll see you in the next video. Go forth and conquer. And if someone's telling you no, prove them wrong.